This is a 1974 Volkswagen Thing. Take her for a quick spin and show you around. This is definitely the coolest Volkswagen I've ever owned. And really good looking driver restoration. Super smooth. You can hear how quiet it is in here. I've got the one window off and I got the other window still up. Drives nice and straight. Really, really reliable. That's the horn. Previous owner put in a Wooga horn. So one interesting thing, I do a VIN report on every vehicle where the police department comes out, checks the VIN, and just for my peace of mind in our shop and for our customers. And believe it or not, the last Georgia registered owner in Georgia who owned this car was born in 1901. I did not purchase the vehicle from him. I'm not even sure that he would be alive now, but I just thought that was an interesting thing. So it's definitely an older gentleman. Would have been over 100 years old. Nice running engine, low miles on a rebuild, brand new exhaust. We installed that, and I love the exhaust that goes through the this is a proper Thing exhaust that goes through the bumper. Let's shut it off here so we can hear a little better. When I got it, it had Beetle exhaust on it, and it had the pea shooters coming out the sides, and I just really wanted it to look right. So those two exhausts coming out the back. Recent rebuild on the engine. The clutch is newer and feels really good. This is probably one of the best driving Volkswagens I've ever had. And this is a really sharp driver, not perfect, but really, really sharp. And when you look at the perfect ones that are bringing, you know, $18,000 to $25,000, they're not even, in my opinion, at that point, I mean, unless you just have big bucks, they're not even drivers anymore, because you spent so much money on them, you don't want to mess them up. So I was really looking for something I could get in under 15 grand. That's a really good looking driver, nice and reliable, but still, you know, not so expensive. So I felt fortunate to find this car, and we've been driving it a good bit, especially back and forth to the shop, having a couple of little things done. So let me get up close on it. I'm ashamed to show you this first thing, but I'm gonna get the worst part out of the way. This actually 3 days ago wasn't done, and now it is. I popped the clutch in the shop and ran into a table, and we've just already done so much restoration work to I didn't want to get it back into the shop. In fact, I've had a couple of people look at it and a little bit of touch-up paint, and honestly, I don't even think you'd notice that. It's not a big deal, but I'm a little bit ashamed of it because I cranked it up. And this thing, you hear it right at the beginning of the video. This thing, you touch the key and this thing starts really easy. So it just startled me. It leaped forward just a little bit because I didn't have it out of gear, and jumped into a table. So other than that, the body on this thing is really straight. And like I said, just to dab a couple of dabs of touch-up paint on that, and it would pretty much be unnoticeable. So I just never had time to run by the paint shop and ask the guys for a paint match, and you could actually do that for under $25. So it's really a shame that I didn't do that too. But notice how nice and straight this body is. It's all original. The floor pans are all original. There's no rust on the body anywhere. There's no bubbling underneath the paint. There's no signs of extensive, you know, Bondo work or anything like that. There's always going to be a little skim coat in every vehicle. I just really want to show you how straight these body lines are, how straight the hood is. Windshield's in great shape. It's got a brand new top. brand new top. I believe the windows on the sides are probably original. They look to be original. To replace them and put brand new ones on is very expensive, so having this set of 4 is really nice. Nice straight doors, clean door handles. Air boxes on the sides are straight. It's got brand new tail light lens covers. All the lights work properly. Went through and troubleshoot. Actually, when I got it, everything worked already, but we just went through and troubleshooted everything anyways, just as a second, you know, just to say, hey, let's make sure this thing's perfect. Tiny, tiny little chip on the paint there if you get really close, and like I said, a paint touch up, and actually that probably would buff out. That's a little scuff. A little bit of touch up paint on this car. One little tiny chip right there, and a couple of little ones here, and that's from taking the doors on and off. If you pull these doors back, they'll actually slide right off the hinges. They're intentionally made to be that way, so you can drive this thing without the doors on it. Had a little bit of damage here. Previous owner's wife did something similar to me, pulled in the garage, had a little dent here, so we pounded that out and did some touch-up paint. So you'll notice if you look, and you probably can't catch it in the camera, but if you take a really close look, you can see that this fender is just enough of a shade off that if you know about it, you'll notice that it doesn't perfectly match the car. But if I didn't tell you, you probably wouldn't catch it. So going to the inside, we've got a brand new upholstery that's just been installed, and I mean, beautiful, beautiful, brand new Wolfsburg seat belts all the way around, brand new upholstery. The seat covers are brand new carpet in the back. Actually, I put a brand new carpet kit. We put a brand new carpet kit all the way through it, so it's got brand new carpet. Of course, it's got these brand new little carpet mats. I didn't want to have it without carpet mats because I didn't want to mess up that brand new carpet. So really, really pretty job. My Volkswagen guy did an awesome job. A couple of little leaves in here because we have been driving it. But so, like I said, brand new. All the gauges work. The speedometer works. The fuel gauge works. Windshield wipers work. Turn signals work. There's your windshield wipers. And like I said, brand new top. All of the top is frame is in great condition. It goes back easily. It's got brand new tires, and I put brand new Wolfsburg hubcaps on there with the beauty rings, and they look just really, really pretty, make it pop. I've seen quite a few of these things where they've put the aftermarket wheels on them, and they look okay, but that's not my style. I like the originality of this car, and I wanted to stick with it when we put the wheels on. No rust in here at all. Not a show quality trunk by any means, but very clean, dent free. And one of the things we're always looking for in Volkswagens is, you know, front end collision damage, and there's none in this car. This car appears to have never been in any major accident. I know, like I said about the fender, it had a little fender bender inside the garage, but just seeing that tray in the front, which like on a Beetle, that would be where the spare tire goes, but just seeing that tray on the front, just no dents or rust or anything in here at all. It's got a newer fuel tank in it. Bumpers are nice and straight. Like I said, all the lights work. These are the original pans, and I've only seen one spot of rust. I'm going to show you in the back, and it's the stereotypical spot. But this was one thing that really impressed me. So there's no undercoating. We're not hiding anything under here. This is nice. This has got surface rust. But other than that, and let me show you real quick too. Look, bushings have been replaced. Brake lines have been replaced. So I just want to show you surface rust, yes. Rust holes, no. No rust. And no undercoating hiding anything. So I thought about undercoating it just because it makes it look nicer, but you know, these are the original floor pans, and to me this is just unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful condition. This is exactly what we're looking for. So the only spot of rust on the car is right underneath the battery box, and that's very common, and it's been sealed. I'll show you that in a second. So here's original floor pans. I mean, they look amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. A little bit of Georgia red clay stuck up underneath there, like I said, and some surface rust. I've also had this car parked in the garage, and as synonymous with a newly built engine, it does not leak. No rust. And here's where we'll see the little spot. Nice, clean. And then those are the two only little spots right there. Not even very big. And that's where right below the battery box where it would have rested just a little bit. And just, you know, it wasn't even worth trying to go after putting, I mean, we didn't want to compromise these original floor pans. This is what holds this car together. You know, these cars don't have frames like Chevelles and, you know, and Corvettes and stuff like that. So anyways, well, there you have it. This is 1974 Volkswagen thing. It's not 100% perfect, but it's really, really pretty. And especially for the price that I'm asking. I've been out there looking at other ones, and people are asking, you know, $12,000 to $15,000 for their things because they're rare. That aren't even it's not even close to as nice as this thing. This thing is ready for the road. Rebuilt engine, steers great, new brakes, new clutch, new tires, glass is all in great shape, brand new top, new upholstery, new carpet, all the lights and electricals work. This one's ready for the road. I am really in love with this thing, and I'm sad to see it go, but that's what I do for a living.